Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it, dude.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
Are you excited to be back on the road? I mean, what the
Man,
tour starts soon, right?
got let's see, a month and a half in about. Yeah, sounds like that. Sounds like right.
That's awesome. Like, how important is it for you guys to be back on the road?
I'm dying. Literally dying. I don't know. I was just saying earlier. I feel like was it 7 years? Oh my God, we're getting old. 7, 8 years ago when we started doing this. I think when we started doing our first touring, I really just like personally myself just found what I was supposed to be doing, and after doing it for so long, just feeling like getting comfortable with like this is it, this is my life, and I love it.
Yeah.
And then getting ripped away from that for 2.5 years, I'm slowly wilting over here. I need to get back out there, not only just for my own sake. I just having that connection with fans, seeing kids, relate to our music. It's all I
Yeah.
need.
Well, that was gonna be my next question. How do you think it feels for the fans to be back out and to see you guys and to have that connection of a live show again? I mean,
I If it's anything like what I've been going through, I out of the five guys in our band, I'm the one that's we get done with the tour, I'm looking to see what shows are coming in my area, or even if our on our off days, like whatever it is. I finally started was able to start going to shows again this last year and a half or so, and man, it was just like it's almost like a religious experience, just
yeah,
being able to be back in a sticky bar, sticky floored bar,
the
watch
best.
watching some grindcore band, I'm just ripped, and that I miss that. I miss that so much. So I'm sure there's some kids out there that are just feeling the same way, me, just dying to get out.
Oh yeah. So what's one of your favorite shows you've seen so far since the shutdown and the lockdown?
Oh man, let's see. I went and saw Deftones just recently.
Oh,
Incredible. They're always incredible. And
is
then
that the tour with Gojira and Poppy?
yes,
Oh,
yep.
oh,
It's great. It was a great tour. And then one of the first ones I went to was this winter. I got friends in a band called Signs of the Swarm, and Fit for an Autopsy was playing just some death metal bands, and yeah, good friends in those bands, and was stoked to be in a 500 club count bar, just beating the
yeah,
shit out of kids in the pit.
yeah. That's awesome. So what can we expect from I Prevail back on tour? What kind of show can these kids expect from you guys?
Oh man, I think after being ripped off the road, a couple of years ago, and I feel like we were just getting into the swing of things, just feeling like taking that next step up and delivering a better show than we have in years past, and then being taken off the road and having 2 years to just sit and think about it. Um, it's just going to be as corny as it sounds, just high octane, just balls to the wall, like
Yes.
I'm not gonna, play another show and take it for granted. So
Yeah.
every show is gonna be. I feel like I'm not that I never gave it my all in every show, but I'm gonna be cognizant of like if I'm having a bad day, be like, shut the hell up, just get out there and
Yeah.
do it. You never know when it's gonna get taken away from you again.
That's so true. I mean, it was all so sudden. The whole world shut down, and it's like I didn't realize how badly I needed live music and like how much it means to me that I can't imagine, everyone else and what it means to everyone else and especially you guys. I mean, you guys do this for a living. I can't imagine. So I agree with you. Don't take anything for granted. One of my
Yeah.
friends just bought tickets. She's a really big I think Panic at the Disco fan. And
Oh,
she's like,
nice.
I don't know. And I was like, Rachel, buy the tickets because you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Buy the
exactly.
tickets, go to
Exactly.
the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But you guys have a new album coming out, True Power, due out August 19th. This tour supporting this album, I what can we expect from this album? We've already heard Body Bag and we've already heard Bad Things, which I'm obsessed with right now. So
Thank you.
what can we look forward to on this new album?
Where the last record in Trauma, we pushed, boundaries on for ourselves and went into a little bit more uncharted territory, uncomfortable positions, writing this music, trying to do something a little different, and being a little nervous to how it was going to be received, but then seeing the outpouring of love and just of the record itself. Going into True Power, writing this record was helpful, because knowing that our fans bought the ticket and took the ride with us on this record and enjoyed it, that they're whenever we came up with a tough decision to make in the writing, or didn't know what to do, instead of just going, well, this is a surefire like outro, or this is the core, or, this is the breakdown, this is this is what it's like calling for, but to go, what, we had 2 years to work on these songs, what left turn, like how can we stay ahead of the listener? So with that being said, this record is a lot of us trying to be as creative as possible, trying to take the next step in the evolution of like what's a challenging sound for us, and how we can make that a staple sound. So you hear one of these songs, you're like, that's I Prevail. Holy crap. I can't even understand how they came to, write this song or whatever. So yeah, a lot of left turns on the record, I guess.
That was going to be my next question, is like, what kind of went into the writing of this album? What was the writing process like? You just kind of explained that to me.
Well, we had 2 years off, and we spent 3 weeks on, a weekend off, or a weekend on, and a couple weeks at home, and we were just between LA and renting Airbnbs in Michigan. Just had all 2 years to, instead of 30 to 60 days to sit down and write a record and put it out and start touring it. We had almost unlimited time, what felt like unlimited time, but it still came down to the last week, the last day. But 2 years to sit and work on these songs. So how we do it is like, we'll get, up in an idea up into like the bridge or the first chorus, and kind of put a tack in it and be like, all right, that's good start. Let's start another one. Well, then we got, 4, 5, 6 songs in, and then we're like, oh, had a really cool idea for that one song we were working on. Let's hop back into that really quick and push that a little further along. And to be able to sit and let these songs just stew, and to be able to come home and sit, for a week and just listen to these songs, occasionally, and just going back into them, listen in your car, while you're eating dinner, just I'm throw this one on real quick, and just to be able to live with it in different experience it in different parts of the day.
Yeah.
I think really helped change these songs into what they are now, to be able to instead of just fall back and be like, all right, well, here's where the second chorus goes. All right, bridge. Oh, well, no, how about breakdown? Okay, now here's the last chorus. All right, song's over. But to be able to try new things, and with the music, and like I said before, like stay ahead of the listener.
I want to know how you prep your vocals for some of these songs, because it was my New Year's resolution to learn how to snarl like the dude from Lorna Shore, because that pig squeal was absolutely ridiculous.
Wild. That dude's a monster.
I don't know how to do it though. So how do you prep your vocals and like make sure you don't tear your throat apart?
Honestly, I just drink a bottle of water and I get up there and do it. Honestly, I wish
there's
I
no
could
like
explain.
Precautions going into it. You're just like, I got this. Let's go.
I remember driving when I finally got my first car and driving to high school, a long time ago. And back when you had to plug your little iPod into the Bluetooth, not even Bluetooth, the MP3 mod part in your car. I wanted to figure out how like Slipknot and Mudvayne and Whitechapel and all these bands, like how they did that. So a lot of trial and error in the 10-minute car ride to school and back in high school. But around then, I think it just clicked once. Like it just clicked, and ever since then, it's just been trying new things. Singing along with other metal bands while I'm in the car, going like, "Oh, that's a cool tone. I wonder how they do that." And I just mess around in my car by myself until I figure it out. Yeah.
That's awesome. So I gotta know, obviously the success of oh my god, it just slipped my mind. The Taylor Swift song, Blank Space. Thank you. Can we expect I Prevail to cover any more Taylor Swift songs in the future? I mean,
I
come
don't
on.
know. I mean, doing a cover is like a good way to get your foot in the door in the beginning, and
Yeah, it works.
every now and then to just to mix it up. And we've been pretty under the agreement, like, nah, nothing cool has come up. Nothing cool that we were like, oh, that'd be a dope song to cover, but
No Lil
never
Nas
want.
X or anything.
What's that?
No Little Nas X.
Nah, we'll leave that for the other bands that want to cover it.
Didn't they used to do Pop Goes Punk, and punk bands, yeah, used to cover pop songs?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
those were the days.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I want to, because I was creeping on your Instagram yesterday, I want to know more about your vinyl collection. How did you get into that? How did something like that start?
Hot Topic 2012. I just walked in, I saw a record from a band. First record I ever bought myself was The Ghost Inside, Get What You Give, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. I loved that record when I heard it. It was just out for a couple weeks or something, and the album art was really cool. I was like, oh, that's cool. So I bought that, and then I think within like 3 months I had like 10 or so records. And then fast forward to, trying not to trip over my dogs here, but fast forward to now, and I got that whole
Oh, is that Miss Sugar up there?
Yep, that's Miss Sugar's Obson. Where's that? Right over there. Yep.
Oh, all the Slipknot albums.
Original pressings of Iowa and their first record. And what else we got around here? I got a bunch of them down in in there, and I got another room where I just haven't put them all up yet.
So how many do you think you have?
I have an app where I catalog what I got, and I got about 20 that I haven't put in there yet. But I can tell you right now, I have, not counting the ones I haven't catalog, I have about 430 of them.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
So this is like a big hobby of yours. This is something you really like to do.
Yeah, especially like when we go out on tour, I always try and get a record from the bands that we toured with, or
cool.
Festival, same thing. I always try and get a record or two from the band that headlined, or a band that I saw that just like blew me away. And so a lot of the records I have, I come home from tour and I got 12 or 15 records coming home with me. But it's just another thing to do when you're in another town and you stop outside the venue and there's nothing to do until showtime. There's always a bar down the street. There's always a restaurant, somewhere to go grab food. And once in a while, there's a good record shop. So that's all. I have a little notepad in my phone of like, oh, this city's got, when we play this area, it's got this record store, this comic book store, this trading store, so I can go get my fixes.
Do you have a favorite out of all of them?
Oh, that's tough. I think I'd have to say probably, man. I think Iowa, that record's probably by Slipknot. That's probably one of my top fives up there.
Speaking of Slipknot, what do you think of the new single that they just put out yesterday?
I liked it. I think the first one, was the Chapeltown Rag. I think that's the name of it. I think I like that one a bit more. But as soon as I saw the video on YouTube, and I think it was posted like 7 minutes ago from when I watched it. And I was like, oh crap! I opened it up. I saw they had the link to their website. I was like, all right, yep, click, pre-order the record. Didn't even finish before I pre-ordered it.
That's awesome. Well, I appreciate you taking time to talk with me today. I don't know how much time we have. I don't know how long you have.
Oh, I got a couple more minutes.
Okay. Well, I really appreciate you taking time to talk with me today. My brother did want me to ask one super quick question. Hold on, I have to pull it up. Because he's a big fan of you guys. He texted me today. He said, what non-rock or metal band would you want to go on tour with? So maybe like...
That's great. Oh, that's good. Not rock or metal. Let me think about that.
If that's something that can even happen, like, I would be down for a weird, like...
Well, do you remember, I've never got to go, but do you remember like Family Values tour? Like, was it Ice Cube and was it Limp Bizkit and...
That was a long time
Maybe,
ago.
I think it was like 90, 99, 01,
Yeah.
somewhere in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I'm a big Post Malone fan.
Yeah.
A big
I'd
J.
go to
Cole
that tour.
fan. Yeah, yeah. J. Cole, big fan of J. Cole.
Yeah.
Man, off the top of my head, the third one I'd say probably Panic at the Disco. Huge
Nice.
Panic fan. Brandon Urie's just once in a generational talent,
He's
man. That voice is
incredible.
incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Well, thank you. I don't want to keep you too long. I know you got
Oh,
a
you're
bunch of
good.
other interviews to do today, but I really appreciate you taking time and speaking with us today.
Of course. Thanks for having me. It's been
Of
great.
course.